First of all, Muay Thai is it's a very old martial art, probably one of the oldest martial arts in the world. It goes back to the times when actually Thailand was not Thailand. The name of the country was Siam. In these old days, it was the martial arts of the battlefield. It was the combat sport. You lose your weapon, you have to use your fist, your elbows, your knees in order to survive.
The Jet, Urquidez. 30 years ago, Benny was a martial arts superstar. He won all his 200 fights and is the only man to have retained 6 world championship titles. He had 57 knockouts. Benny was also one of the few Westerners to make it big in Asia.
Benny the Jet was really one of the first people in terms of a Westerner to go over and compete in Japan and create a fan base over there, which is truly amazing if you think about it. I mean, his father was a boxer, his mother was actually a pro wrestler, and Benny the Jet really became one of the best, not only because of what he did in the ring and his aggressiveness in the ring, but really his showmanship.
Benny was a karate world champion in 1973 when he was asked to fight an opponent from Thailand. Little did he know that it was to change his life forever and prove to be the start of the kickboxing craze.
I get up there, I mean the bell ring, I figured, okay, it's like anything else. Just get out there and do what I do best. And we're moving around, he kicked me in the thigh. You ever see one of those dolls that you squeeze and the eyes pop out? He hit me in the thigh, my eyes popped out and I panicked. It was like, whoa, I mean, I've never felt that kind of pain before. So I grabbed him and I threw him right on his head. I just did a judo flip and threw him right on his head. And so all the Thai people were saying I was cheating, and all the Americans were saying that he was cheating from elbowing me and kneeing me, because we never seen that before. You know, I mean, we did technique, but never actually in combat. So it was a rude awakening, a very rude awakening.
That fight was stopped and declared a no contest, but there was a rematch 2 years later, which Benny won.
Now, that's when the word kickboxing was born in '75. And they say, oh, you mean like you box and you kick? We say, yes. So kickboxing, we kept the name, kickboxing. And it was born in '75.
The American style of kickboxing that was developed was less brutal than the Thai boxing Benny had experienced, where elbows are used.
Sometimes elbows take away the sport, take away the fun of it, because you're actually, you know, you're hurting people quickly and intentionally to actually, you know, and you're talking about bone on flesh. It's It's a little bit brutal, and I wouldn't want my child to see that kind of fighting because there's no sport to it. So I tell all my students, you know, my kids, you know, there's got to be rules and there's got to be honor into what you do. Otherwise, don't do it.
Benny became a natural kickboxer, nicknamed the Jet because his kick was so fast. It was also deadly accurate. He was known for his spectacular spinning back kick that on this occasion was used to devastating effect. His opponent, Takeshi Naito, suffered several broken ribs. And as he writhed in pain, Benny executed his other trademark, a victory backflip.
That will make a big difference.
Benny's raw ability and showmanship made him a major star in Japan, but the crowds were always hoping homegrown talent would beat him. When he demolished their champion in 1977, they brought this man out of retirement, the former champion, Kunimatsu Akao.
I see him trained.
And he became the first man to knock Benny down.
Tremendous right hand.
But in the fourth round, the Jet came back with a vengeance.
I didn't let him breathe. I was like an octopus. He didn't know where I was coming. I had so many arms and it was like a big blur to him. I didn't even give him a chance to breathe. I took him from one side of the ring to the other side of the ring to the other side of the ring. He was all over the ring, and I hit him. I must have hit him with 150 shots non-stop. And finally, at the end, I hit him with the right thumb, left, and just melted him. He was out.
It was that fight which made Benny a legend in the land of the rising sun.
Leonard.
Push up position. Fill that little phone here and get yeah, Ricky, Leonard and Joel done a really good job. Right, in really, really good hands. Yeah, so let's go with it. It wasn't bad at all. Sorry. Careful!